I'm Alli.
And I'm Rose.
And we're going to teach you about Passover. Alright.
Okay. Let's go!
We are gathered here tonight to hear the news about the story of the freeing of the Jews. It was a very long story, so I hope you've had a nap. We call this prayer the Passover Rap.
It began in Egypt many years BC. The Jews were slaves and they wanted to be free. The king of Egypt was a nasty dude.
They called him Pharaoh.
He was big, bad, and rude.
The Pharaoh took the Jews and all of their kids. He said,
Guess who's building the pyramids?
But the Jews were peaceful and always did what's right. They didn't have the
chutzpah
to stand up and fight.
They needed a leader, one that God would choose. A dynamic dude who could free all the Jews. Moses was his name, as the story told. He was a humble shepherd, nearly 80 years old.
We are gathered here tonight to
celebrate the Jewish people and their faith.
So raise up your glasses and don't be party,
because Moses said it's time to party.
God knew that Moses would need a push, so he spoke to Moses through a burning bush. He said, Moses, the desert, you will roam and rescue the Jews and bring them home. Moses through them must be delirious, and so he said to God, you can't be serious. I can't do this job, I'm old and sick. So God gave Moses a magic stick. Moses took his staff to the palace gate. He said, let me in, Pharaoh, let's negotiate. Moses said to Pharaoh, let my people go. And the Pharaoh replied, the answer is no. So Moses told the Pharaoh, if you don't comply, I'll give you 10 plagues and your people die. We're gathered here tonight to celebrate the Jewish people and their faith. So raise your glasses and don't be tardy, cause Moses said, it's time to party. Pharaoh said to Moses, what did you say? Go ahead, Moses, make my day. So Moses raised his voice and sharply said, all your water will turn bloody red. The Egyptians were angry and all in a daze. They drank Bloody Marys for 40 days. Moses said to Pharaoh, let my people go. Pharaoh said to Moses, the answer is no. Pharaoh thought that all the plagues were through until Moses came up with plague number 2. Thousands of frogs were raining from the sky, but the big bad Pharaoh would just not comply. We're gathered here tonight to celebrate the Jewish people and their faith. So raise your glasses and don't be tardy, cause Moses says it's time to party. Moses said to Pharaoh, if you think this is fine, then I hope you're prepared for plagues 3 through 9. So
started. Clouds of dust descended. Clouds of dust descended upon the streets. Egypt was infested with wild beasts. Locusts were next, then all the crops.
Hail then descended in matzo ball drops. Darkness came about for 3 full days. But the big bad Pharaoh
wouldn't change his ways.
Moses could feel negotiations grow hard. He knew it was time to play his last trump card. Here's my final offer, it's the very last one. Free them Jews or God kills your first son. Pharaoh knew the end was very near. Said, Moses, take your Jews and get out of here. We're gathered here tonight to celebrate the Jewish people and their faith. Raise your glasses and don't be tardy, cause Moses says it's time to party.
God, it was over.
Pharaoh said you made your point. Alright. Pharaoh said you made your point. I don't want friction, but when you leave, make sure you walk like an Egyptian. But only one day after the Jews departed, the big Pharaoh had a change of his heart. Round up the chariots, put on your packs. We're going to chase the Jews and kill them in their tracks. Meanwhile, the Jews were partying by the sea when they saw Egypt was coming, the toughest they could be.
While they were Moses, help us! They cried. The Moses replied, kiss your donkeys, goodbye. Egypt moved closer, chairs started. Moses raised his staff, and the Red Sea parted. The Jews ran through the sea and hit other shore. Woo! But the the judges were closed with hands on swords. Egyptians followed every soldier, daughter, and son. And Moses yelled back,